If you grow winter cereal and want to start regenerating your soils, you have probably asked yourself, what should I do after the harvest? I'll tell you in this video. On our farm, we grow cereal. We have some hectares where we usually rotate with wheat, barley, broad beans, peas, and various plants. And here I'm going to show you one of our fields in Canfon where we have grown barley this year. Here are the crop residues. We practice crop rotations, and in this plot we had 4 years of alfalfa. You can see it here working with regenerative agriculture, and therefore without chemicals. Destroying the alfalfa after these years is not easy. We can't and don't want to use herbicide. So what we do is a small ploughing. We don't really like ploughing either, but there's no other way. A small ploughing before sowing the crop, that is, in the fall. We did the ploughing, destroyed a large part of the alfalfa. And in fact, the barley crop went quite well. Even though it didn't rain much, it rained at the right time in the spring, and it has been an interesting year for this crop in our area. And the alfalfa, which was less abundant when the crop was present, did not pose much competition. In fact, it didn't bother us. But now, when cutting the barley, during the harvest, there are indeed more visible alfalfa plants that are taking prominence. Well, basically what we do after the harvest, in the summer, is nothing. So, we have chosen the most economical system, doing nothing, and leaving the barley residues here on top. Even, always when we harvest, we put the chopper behind the machine so that it chops the straw that comes out the back and leaves it in the field, because organic matter is either generated and left in your field, or you have to buy it from outside. We prefer the first option. Although if we had a lot of livestock, we would make bales, but then we would probably put the livestock here to graze. So basically, we have left the straw and crop residues here, which are added to the alfalfa. Plants that are now coming up around here, and that's how the field stays. We have the soil protected from high temperatures and the sun's rays, which are a good fungicide, depleting the microbiology unless the soil is protected. From erosion, if it rains a lot, it is unlikely that we will have erosion with the soil protected like this. And we also have these alfalfa plants with roots that constantly loosen the soil, with leaves that keep adding carbon to the soil, even during this period such as now, and with bacteria in their roots that keep fixing atmospheric carbon into the soil. This is going to stay this way. We are now deciding what to grow in this field, what the next crop will be, which we will start preparing soon. I think that in a couple of months we'll surely be thinking about planting something, and here before sowing we will indeed have to destroy all of this by doing another small ploughing. We don't like it much, but we don't see any other option. Most likely with a tool called a quick harrow, which consists of discs that work at high speed and very shallow depth, because they have a roller behind them and you can adjust the depth of this work. We will destroy this and then go to sow behind. We will probably grow another crop like wheat. This year, for example, we need to think a bit about the rotation. Therefore, basically, what we do in the summer to manage our extensive crop fields is to do absolutely nothing and leave the soil protected. During this entire period, until we wait for the next crop,